My beautiful stars, reading time. I'm going to try not to get emotional, but before we get into today's collective, I just quickly want to touch on yesterday's collective. The tears, I've got to hold them back. When I woke up this morning and I saw all of your beautiful messages in part 3 about I watched till the end, literally made me emotional. So firstly, yesterday's collective, it just really shows that you are just going through a little bit of an emotional trigger, and you aren't as attached to the external as your energy is making you feel right now, because no one that is just attached to the external would have sat through that reading. It really shows how much healing and growth and how much you appreciate yourself and how much you really are wanting to find your center. And that makes my heart so warm. So again, just strength for yesterday's collective. It's just an ascension symptom you're going through. And again, I appreciate and love everyone in this community so much. Do you know why I call you guys my beautiful stars? It's not just that each and every one of you light up this world in some way or form. You light up my soul so much. You guys are my sunshine. And I think that's why yesterday's, I keep going over that. I remember saying that you guys deserve sunshine too. And I hope everyone in this world gets to experience the kind of sunshine I get to experience from you guys. Just as much as you hopefully can learn and grow from the things I say, I hope you understand how much I learn and grow just from feeling your magical energy. And I don't think I sit and give appreciation enough for you guys. But those moments in our readings when I say I'm coming from a place of love or coming from a place of kindness, I hope you all really believe those words. And that's why I will forever put the time I do every day into you guys. And don't get me wrong, there's always people, oh, you read too long, you talk too much. I talk as much as I do because my intention for our community is to help people feel understood, to help people grow, and to help people heal. And not just through me, but through our beautiful comment section. I just hope everybody here feels safe. And just know I genuinely love you all so much. So, again, I'm just going to collect myself and then we're going to be back with today's collective. But I just wanted to give that little shout out for yesterday because you guys are amazing. And thank you for reminding me that power of community, the power of kindness, and just how important every single one of your beautiful, vibrant souls truly are. So again, I can't thank you enough. And I am gonna collect myself and I will be back with today's collective. Again, for you guys, it's going to feel like a millisecond, so I'll be back. All right, reading time. So, today's beautiful collective. We might start with animal cards. Let's see how you're shining animal-wise, and then we'll get into your main focus. Oh, beautiful. I love that the golden egg, that's my little Buddha card. So you're definitely finding an internal balance right now. You're finding an internal center, which is beautiful. Maybe you really feel like you've been kind of trying to force the river with some things in your life. Maybe things have felt that they have been working against you, but even the things that have been working against you, you're finding a beautiful strength in, you're finding a new outlook in. I love that. You could feel like your luck is starting to change. These two make sense. Okay, so this beautiful moth card, me personally, I've allocated that as a 20 card, but just the way this is depicted in this deck, it's kind of always feeling like the grass is greener on the other side, or always trying to, not really sitting in the things that we have and sitting in the happiness and appreciation of things, either thinking that we need to do more or things could be better, or just constantly forcing that river, wanting more. But this collective, there's certain things you've been wanting more with, or thinking that can improve your life or can make you feel more centered, or whatever the case may be. You're starting to, I think, be kinder to yourself, and you're starting to release the things that maybe have kind of gripped you for a long time. You're starting to appreciate the now, which I love. I'm actually going to put that in the center of those two, because this is what would be relieving this kind of energy in you. Let's read this to you. Okay, restlessness, change of focus, lost in the current. The fish loves to be subsumed in life's current. Nothing pleases it more than movement, 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 and more movement. The roaming lifestyle of the fish may be exhilarating for a while, but usually leads to wariness and slippery relationships. With all the possibilities out there in the vast waters, the fish becomes lost with clear goals and intentions. So maybe as well, just side note, maybe you've had a moment to reflect on your true intention and your true direction and what you're really wanting to achieve. If you are someone that constantly needs progression, constantly needs to feel like there's movement, to feel centered in your life, I think that can be good in some form of way, because it avoids complacency. But I always say, especially when it comes to healing, it's not just to release our trauma, but to appreciate happiness. And sometimes that happiness does come from stillness, especially when we are doing so much. I don't think it's that you want more, when it's more that well-directed energy. It's like maybe you get triggered by people that aren't as well-directed as you, or maybe when it comes to wanting certain things that are out of your control, when there's a lack of movement and there's a lack of energy coming towards you with whatever that may be, it creates an uncertainty, it creates overthinking, it creates maybe some silly decisions through maybe impulse or impulsive reactions. I think this collective, sometimes stillness is a good thing when life is feeling content and happy, right? When life is on a hamster wheel, I get it. After time, if it's just eat, sleep, repeat, the same thing day in and day out, of course, in this human vessel, we want a bit of excitement and change. But as long as you're appreciating that hamster wheel for what it is, especially if it's providing an abundant life, especially if it's providing, you know, if you look at it outside of the box and not wanting more money or more love or more this or more that, are you comfortable? Do you have a roof over your head? Do you have X, Y, and Z? Appreciate those moments, because some people don't even get to have those moments. I think this fish energy is a double-ended sword in some form of way, because I do believe everyone should push themselves in life, but not paired with this moth energy, because it can come from the wrong intention. Let's read this moth energy to you quickly. Air and water could be important signs for you as well. Hold on. as we said it can create impulse or hasty decisions through wishfulness. The moth is sure the grass is greener on the other side. Moth energy is at play when we are attracted to the easy solutions, or anything shiny and new. This can lead to unfinished projects, disappointments, or even burnout. It's helpful to remind the moth personality that life is complex. No matter the illusion, no one is exempt from the trials and tribulations of this great journey of life. Practice seeing life as an infinite mystery rather than wishing it was easier or different. And what do we always say? Life doesn't get easier, we just get better. We get better with age, we get better with more self-discovery. We learn to deal with life's trials and tribulations better. And I feel this collective for a long time, it was, and it's funny because if you watched, and I say everything that comes out in a reading is for a reason, and if you weren't in yesterday's collective and you stayed to watch this collective in an odd way, a little bit like yesterday's collective, it was the need of external and wanting more and more with the things that weren't as well directed in their life as maybe their time frame had wished it to be, that sent them off balance. So this collective, I actually feel this egg, I don't think it's the universe saying balance it. I think you have found balance, but for a few of you, maybe right now some of your unease is coming from this energy that just needs to be a little bit balanced. But I do feel the right collective intuitively, you're starting to release always wanting more and having gratitude for what you already have, which is beautiful. Very nice. Oh my God, this is my favorite card. You got the oyster. The world is your oyster. But don't take your... This card is really about don't take yourself or your gifts within for granted. And it really ties into this. And the appreciation of what you had is your need for more. You not really understanding the power of who you are and taking yourself a little bit for granted, not appreciating your magic within, your stardust within. Because I guarantee what this collective has created around them, you don't need to be in this right now. You need to appreciate what you have. Because what you have can already balance your soul. The golden egg and this oyster, you're special. This for me is the most beautiful card in this deck. Let's read you this oyster. What is important for this collective? Emotions could be running a bit high for you right now. Patience, the secret keeper. But maybe you are hiding your inner treasure a little bit. Maybe you're still polishing that gem. But you need to have appreciation for the stillness. The focus and determination, truth, of an oyster is unmatched. Anything the oyster personality puts their mind to, they can achieve with greatness and charm. The only problem is oyster types often take their inner gifts for granted. They become shy or doubtful, which you shouldn't be. And this can lead, maybe you've been struggling with confidence as well, and maybe you're not even aware of it. If you struggle with a little bit of self-doubt with certain things to come in your life, maybe this is why this can activate in you a lot. So you might be someone that you have had that Ace of Pentacles moment. You're on a path that you know internally you are going to achieve greatness. You are going to come to that final stop in power. And when that Ace of Pentacles finally, really starts to ground, it is going to feel like a miracle to you. It is going to feel like you've been touched from the heavens. But I always say that Ace of Pentacles journey, it takes years to ground. And again, if you've had that 4D activation in the mind of what the potential is externally you're going to achieve, I could understand this, constantly wanting movement, but you need to appreciate every moment of your journey, because this collective, if you're not sitting in appreciation of what you have, you might make impulsive decisions to try and get there quicker, or try and rush it, or fall short to the magnetic desire, thinking that grass, that decision, that path will get you to that Ace of Pentacles grounding quicker than it needs to be. Biggest thing I'm hearing right now for this collective, appreciate every moment. And this can lead to withdrawing or protecting their deepest desires and life's work. When the Oyster card appears, it's important to reveal your inner treasures. What is it that you've been hesitant to share? Showing the world the real you. And it's funny because even at the start of this, I wanted to hold back my tears, but that message was clearly, even myself, I struggle sometimes with my vulnerabilities. Just the fact that I said that, again, everything I say is for a reason. Are you someone that's really open with the real you, your depth of vulnerabilities and emotions? And that's just one little example, but it came to my mind for a reason. What are you hesitant to share with the world right now? The world is waiting to see. Maybe that's a question you need to ask yourself. Or maybe that's a question you have been asking yourself. Again, as a reader, I'm not here to tell you how to feel. I'm here to confirm it. But when you're in balance, you feel blessed. Buddha energy, gratitude. You're generous and you're masterful. But when you're out of balance, you become a little bit reluctant, a little bit gripping, and you clam up. I think this collective, just maybe sometimes when you're forcing that river, just remember it's coming from something deeper within, especially when it's a focus of what comes next, the things you cannot see. Maybe this outlook might help you balance this golden egg energy a little bit more. Trust in yourself and who you are. Trust in what your mind has shown you. Just because it's that unicorn energy, just because you can't see that end stop, just because you can't see it, doesn't mean it's not real. You clearly have something powerful up here you know you're going to gain and achieve. Just ride the wave of it and trust in it. The shark. There's a lot of things. So I think this is you, especially with this. What aren't you showing the world? What do you want to expand? You have truths within that need to be spoken. He circles, and look at all these waters here. You're going through a big, again, eclipse season. You're closing out something powerful, especially emotionally, to make room and set you up for the next couple of years to come. So wherever your intuition has been taking you about self, there's something here you're sitting on. It's funny because this contradicts a little bit, because they're saying ride the wave, ride the river right now. Don't try and rush the process. But then they're also saying there is something here that is something about you as a collective that does need to be spoken and really presented to the world around you. That maybe, especially if you're feeling obstacles with certain things, I don't think you need to change what you're doing, but maybe you need to develop something a little bit. But not with the expectation by doing this, it's going to bring this in quicker, because I don't think that's the case. I just think it's more by doing this, you're going to strengthen that timeline that you're on. Right, collective, this will make sense. But there's something surfacing in you that it would be like an intuition spurt that you're fighting. It's like your intuition would be telling you to let it be something, jump online, start creating online. Maybe you need to, if you are online, maybe you need to, you know, tweak a few things that you would be with like what you're presenting, especially when it comes to self. Let it be a certain, I'm feeling it's more career, like this row here. It could be something to do with personal relationships, but this is more, I feel, connected to some form of gift you have within that maybe you're taking a little bit for granted. That's what I want one more. That's what I'm feeling from this. It's your spirituality. This is the card of spirituality, the dolphin. So it is something about your internal gifts, especially with this Buddha here. And let's be real, anyone that, let it be you're a experienced practitioner, let it be you're someone that's just delving into this kind of energy. If you've stopped to watch a tarot reading, your energy is open to the universal frequency. It calls to you. It calls to you, right? So let it be experienced or not, there's an inner gift you have with your dolphin energy, your spirituality, that is meant to heal the people around you and including yourself. This is a driving force for this collective, and you might be aware of it or you might not be. If you are a practitioner, what are you hiding? Well, not hiding. I don't even think you would know that you're hiding, but what are you taking for granted? What truths within you do you know need to be released? Or if I'm hearing both, or if this is something your soul has been calling you to do, but you keep putting it off, it's time. Your oyster energy is calling you. This card is truly beautiful. It means you can create change. You see the world differently for a reason. I want one more because now I'm seeing my crow in my mind. Oh my God, I literally just said I'm seeing my crow in my... You are special. You are full of magic with the phoenix at the bottom. So you've gone to have a phoenix. I'm seeing my dark night of the soul. I always say you cannot phoenix unless you've literally been burnt to a crisp. You've gone through some pain and you cover it. That's what it would be. You'd be a 10 of Wands. Hides, you would be kind of a joker personality, always presenting everything's okay. Where internally you've gone through a lot. Maybe of recent, like if I'm seeing that kind of quantum jump. It's like you've literally just altered your whole timeline to really strengthen this within you. I'm going back to showing the world the real you. It's like I don't want to say you're not proud of your gifts, but I feel it's like there's something within you, dolphin energy, crow energy, that needs to be shared on a grander scale. I'm seeing global. So, especially with this here, you could be one of my collectives. And I say we're all born spiritual beings, but I feel this is one of my collectives you only activated a few years ago, maybe. You came into your spiritual awakening later on in life. But it's like your soul is calling you to trust who you are. You've got the golden egg here. Soul development and soul activation. To break free from the confines of this, you would have had to go through a phoenix. Are you using your... And I always say that's a true miracle. Are you on the right path in life? Are you taking your activation oyster card I don't want to say for granted, but I always say if you've had a divine activation, you have a divine mission. You have a divine purpose. You're meant to heal the world and make it a better place, even if it's one soul at a time. That's why you guys were chosen. And this is coming to my mind, a lot of people, and this is what can get you a little bit stuck on the twin flame external journey. When you first activate, you think it's because of your twin flame, and it can keep your cycles prolonged, because that true activation, yes, it could have come from a divine counterpart, a twin flame, but it was meant to activate your divine mission. That's what comes first. So there's a reason this is coming to my mind for this collective. Are you taking your, again, I don't like the word for granted, but is there something more you could be doing? Question you need to ask yourself. That's beautiful. There's a reason that just came to my mind. Why do I feel I'm about to tap into a divine collective? Hold on, let's get these first. See the universal energy around you. Let's see how this goes. I feel intuitively, Wheel of Fortune. Fate, karma, cycles, force of the universe. Destiny. So you are on your timeline. You have quantum jumped. Whatever is going on, it was always out of your hands. Number 2. 2 could be relevant for you. So the wheels in your life right now, the wheels at play. Okay, so you have experienced an ending. First card that's up. Maybe as well, I always say a true soul activation, and this is why you guys have prepared for your activation your whole life. You've had a life full of trauma. So yes, a lot of you guys can get activated from the separation of your divine, but that's not the only reason. It's your vessel's had that much trauma, it fuses out, right? It's like that last spout of trauma that your soul can handle. That's what creates your awakening. And your awakening, yes, it could have come from a separation, but it could have also come from a physical loss. I find, and I say this all the time when I'm reading this, sometimes it can be a near-death experience, sometimes it can be a loss of a child, sometimes it can be a loss of a loved one. Again, the loss of your counterpart. It's that last bit of trauma and this is about actual passing, but it's also about a breakup. So it could have been tied into both. I've got collectives here. You didn't just lose your divine. You lost a child. You lost your home. You lost your job. You lost family. You lost so much all at once. I feel it's one of my collectives that have lost so much all at once here. Because again, this is about death, loss, the forgotten, discouraged, absent-minded, defeated, breakup, ending, down and out, over and done. So again, for you to have a phoenix period or gone through it, it's not easy. Like I said, burnt to a crisp. But expect the unexpected. You've got something powerful coming in that this collective you're actually releasing. You're finding your golden egg, right? So I always say it's when we don't expect things, they finally come into place because we release the frequency, right? And this is coming to my mind, deviation for a reason. So this could have just happened to this collective. When you are so attached to what's next movement, the koi fish, the moth, right? Your energy, especially powerful people, it's so intertwined with that outcome of what you want that you're actually holding it away. You haven't let go of the frequency, right? So you're not allowing it in. But special people, and you got the crow, the universe will try and show you the power of release and the power of intuition, right? So just an example, and again, for a reason for the right collective. Let's say you watched a tarot reading, right? There's a reason this is coming to my mind. And as you were watching it, it was like something from the past came over you. Let it be a past lover you're not connected to. Let it be a family member. Let it be a co-worker. Let it be a situation you've got no energetic attachment to. Like there's no need of it. Like I need that in my life. I want it, right? Moth energy, koi energy. So you're watching this reading and just this intuition spurt about someone that you have not thought about or a situation you have not thought about for a long time came over you, right? And then within the next day, that situation came into alignment for your life, right? One, the universe is trying to show you how powerful your crow energy is. Two, they're trying to show you when you don't have a need, an expectation of arrival, look what comes. Because they're trying to show you the power of release, the power of the unexpected, right? Reading this, the reason this is coming out for this collective, these are what I'm talking about, discernment and details. So this collective, there is something unexpected that they're wanting to release for you. So that's why they're accelerating your golden egg energy. I always say a pivotal shift in emotion, it's not for no reason. It's to make room for something. So don't fight that egg energy right now. If there is something coming over you of a craving of movement, a craving of wanting more, a craving of trying to rush the process, you need to be more powerful than that and call on your golden egg. Call on your dolphin energy. Because as soon as things that are unexpected activate, let go of the frequency, they're going to arrive. For the right collective, this should make so much sense. But you're about to have a creative flow. A forceful energy approaches you, something passionate, spontaneous. It could come in impulsive. That's not the best. We'll have to tap into that. But it's going to create excitement. It's going to create a flame. Expect the unexpected. So you're ending out a very painful season. Makes sense with the golden egg activation. So hold on, that animal part's making a bit more sense. So right now, to strengthen your golden egg, we need to focus on your oyster energy, because that, by focusing on that, is what's going to create your sparkle, create your sunshine, because that's something you can control, right? So that's where your focus needs to go right now. You're so connected. You're so connected right now. Your mind's opening. And I could feel that in that first part. You're wise. Probably wise beyond your years, to be honest. This says see both sides. And I'm hearing both. I do think you're very diplomatic as a person, but maybe something that's unexpected. You need to open up your mind a little bit more, because this card is also about empathy and changeable, right? Especially if there's been something deceptive or chameleon, shape-shifting energy, let it be to do, I'm seeing a person, right? But if you are how we are describing you, it's going to be interesting to see what your focus is right now, because anything you're focusing on, deception, chameleon, like that is so 3D, what you're trying to break free from through your phoenix, right? So maybe that's where a bit of your diplomacy and seeing both sides needs to come in. Not seeing both sides as that person, your outlook, but more seeing both sides, earthly energy, spiritual energy, that bridge, right? You're clearly a bridge between two worlds. Are you seeing it higher perspective, or are you seeing it earthly perspective? That's what I'm hearing in my mind. This is good. So right now you're going through a cocoon period. You've been healing, literally. Okay, silence, rest, self-reflection. There's a completion, there's a celebration. But you've got two here about an ending. Thinking things are over, it's good. It's meant to be activating the release of energy. If they're preparing you for something unexpected, you need to be in a place of believing whatever is about to come in is unexpected, right? If you have been thinking something, 2 cards over and done, break up, 2 of them, sit in it. Don't try and find answers to it. They're trying to release the need of this for this collective. Don't put fear around it. And this is why sometimes it's funny, because I brought up divines, and this is why I say the label is so dangerous for your mind. You all need to get to a place of this. You all need to get to a place, but a place of this without resentment. But because it becomes a habit, right? Craving them. I always say 66 days to create a habit. You guys can sit in this for years craving them, thinking about what's coming next. So you're programming that fear. Is this going to come? Is this going to come? Is this going to come? Right? Instead of just accepting it. They've improved me, Phoenix. Bam, 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 bam. So when you guys start to release, when you guys actually start to think it's over, it creates fear. I don't feel them anymore. I don't this anymore. Am I crazy? Instead of just, it's over, but that's okay. I've transformed. Look at my life. I will forever thank this person because it's now a habit to crave. So if they're trying to activate you to think something's over, sit in it. Don't find answers to it. If it's not as well directed or as movement beginning of this reading that you wanted, you don't need answers why. You don't need to moth that energy. And you don't need to let it go with anger. You need to let it go with belief. This is the moment. Words, how powerful words are, what we think we create. So they're trying to activate you out of separation energy into union energy. These are the moments when this comes in. I surrender to you, my creator. I surrender the plan that you have given, that I have given myself, your soul conscious. Yes, I might have. As soon as we take our first breath in this 3D human experience, we get amnesia. We don't remember our past, although multiversal timelines are playing out at once, but we don't remember that stuff, right? Soon as you take your first breath in this world, amnesia sets in. But your plan is connected to our creator's plan because we are all one big part of that beautiful stardust around us. Our creator lives in us all, right? So it's really just surrendering to your higher self's plan. I surrender to you. I know I'm protected. I surrender to this fear. What will be will always be. Affirm. Break the habit. Don't fight this. They're activating it for a reason. Oh, that's very surface level. Let's get one of that. I think maybe that's your mind with these two, although you do have expect the unexpected. Okay, so there could be something to do with something sudden and unexpected. You could have just... See something about your home life. So the things that you're rooting in, it could be family, because it says family here. Certain framework, certain structure, certain boundaries. Let's say there is some form of tornado. I don't think there is. Hold on, let's confirm. 8th of the 4th, 4th of the 8th. Maybe a sudden move might be coming up, but rejection is protection. It's those tower moments that actually create forward movement. Without them, that they're removing something rickety and that's holding us back. Now, that's what I think this is just another fear-based thinking that maybe this structure won't come in. You've got Empress over here. So they're saying sit in your Empress energy. You're abundant, right? So this Empress, she's abundant. She's got a firm foundation. She's great. So there's something here. You just need Empress energy. This is an internal fear of yours, right? And let's just say hypothetically, if something has changed, because everything I say is for a reason, it was to activate this and you were going to be fine, okay? Grace, charm, beauty, it could be the relationship, it could be that. But you're abundant, you're going to find happiness and pleasure. Whatever this last row is, again, it's that outlook you need to break free from. 8th of the 3rd, 3rd of the 8th, 4th of the 3rd, and masculine, feminine energy, 4 and 3, balance. All right. So, since all the pain, the trauma built up, the activation, first deviation, it made you fluid. It made you tap into your crow and Buddha Phoenix energy, your emotional side, your mystic side, fantasy, your dream state, your enchanting, sensitive, fluid, your compassion. Okay, it made you dive deep. It made you heal. It improved your intuition. And this says romance, but things are fluid. underneath this ending, but anyway. And water element, water fire. Judgment. You had an awakening. You heeded the call. You cleared and purged the things that needed to fundamentally change in your life. Expect the unexpected. You're a witchy poo. You just got my witchy poo card. Makes sense, the crow. You're an alchemist. So, power of the mind. Expect the unexpected. Let go. Surrender to it. Power of the mind. And let's go surface level, just to confirm the right collective. If you are some form of practitioner, again, you got to show the world the real you. Be proud of yourself. That is literally my witchy poo, spell work, potions, alchemist. Maybe you have done something little brew wise, spell work wise, that right now as you're watching this, you really believe something's going to come in that you've created energy around. Just as a side note, I want one more for that. Oh God, or you could think, unfortunately, third. I don't like seeing this in collectives, and I see this a lot with people that get activated. You really think there's people around you doing magic and interfering. It's a huge thing. A lot of you guys feel this way. You get a lot of downloads, all eyes on you, people are watching, people are doing magic on you. It's such a common thing in the collectives. So again, you could think there's someone externally doing magic. I hope, and this is my universal truth, I do not think anyone should be in my universal truth, and vice versa. I personally believe when it comes to any form of alchemy, magic, whatever it is, I think it should be internal. I think doing internal work, I think doing things to do with you, beautiful. I really do not agree, and again, it's just my universal truth, to interfere in anybody else's energy. Even if it's just freezer work and return to, I just personally, I think true spiritual divine beings, your natural alchemists and transmuters, you don't need to interfere. My truth. I'm not putting my truth on anyone else, but I am hearing for this collective. I hope you haven't, because there's a reason. But again, if that's something you believe in, that's something you believe in. Again, what we believe, we create our reality. I say this about religion. Someone's religion, that's their belief, so it's not going to impact another religion. Or same with karma. Some people believe in karma, some people don't. It's like, but that's their beliefs. That's what they're creating for their reality. It's the power of the mind. It's truly the power of the mind. So if you believe that this is something necessary, that's your belief. But there is something here for the right collective. Expect the unexpected. Either you believe someone's doing magic towards you, or you yourself have done magic towards someone else. Okay. 18th of October could tie you to this person as well, or date that maybe you did this. Even sometimes those little brews that you do can take years to arrive, or years to see the energy unfold. Why did I just hear Lionsgate? You could have done something on Lionsgate as well. Wow, this is good. So you've got this innocence over, so you do have an open mind. I'm going back to that golden egg, new beginnings, brand new innocence, new perspective. You've got a new perspective, and girl, maybe let's get one more for that. You could have a daughter, or you could have something destined future wise. Oh, I knew it. Someone exceptional. You're a firefly. Believe in yourself, but things are about to be illuminated through your new cycle. But your magical, powerful crow energy, brew energy, self-discovery, soul spark. You're seeing yourself more and more. Oyster, phoenix. You've got light codes coming in, a creative spark on the way, fire throughout you. I do feel that. You've got a flame, but you are someone exceptional. Oh, remember the deviation about these two, the letting it be and the coffin energy? Trust your double rainbow. Perfect. It's divine intervention. So they're activating this lesson to break the habit, to prepare something unexpected. Divine intervention, duality, perfect timing. Another card of light codes and ascension right now, as above, so below. Let's get one more for that. That really confirms this energy. Don't fight it. Don't fight what you're feeling. Release it. Yeah, the cloud, it's to get it unstuck. It's to finally ground it. But remember, you're fighting your grounded mind to your spiritual mind, which is causing clouds and confusion. It's causing thoughts, problems, doubts, hesitation, because it's beyond your view. It's meant to be. Grounded mind, spiritual mind, right? It's so it becomes unstuck. It's becoming something dependable and tangible. And we had the deviation about things that aren't tangible, right? Magic. Let's get one more. So that it happened. Remember we brought up the tower for the forward movement. Should not have been there. It needed to rebuild, to create a firmer foundation. A more powerful, I don't want to say home, tower, a more powerful castle, right? Believe. That makes me think you've experienced the tornado, that you've lost. In what was lost, you've lost, I don't want to say lost belief, but maybe you're lacking faith in rebuild, and not just with love. Because I'm going back to the animal cards, the koi fish and the moth. This is where you need to find balance. Oh, look. It was too. Butterfly, metamorphose you. Be open, embrace this change, evolution of the soul, rising up from the ashes. Phoenix, it was to reinvent yourself. With this, things are fluid. So your mystic energy, your dream state, enchanting, your fluidity, your compassion, your healing, blah, 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 blah. Very nice. Number 23. And there's the koi fish again. And literally, it's your koi fish energy over this and your moth energy. But this tornado that with this Empress, right? This is a card of prosperity. This is a card of some big boons coming. Okay. And she's our abundant queen. And isn't it funny? I said, I don't want to say home or tower. I'm going to say castle. Everything I say is for a reason. 334. You could be watching this at 3:34. Okay. Don't give in to the magnetic desire and temptation and impulse. Don't give in to your koi and moth energy right now. Temperance, though the angels are balancing you as we speak. Your patience will be rewarded. This says there's something coming here in the next 14 to 30 days. Let's get one more for that. Something unexpected. Chariot. So there's something coming in forcefully that's going to create forward movement and success within the next two to 4 weeks. Last one. I'm surprised my divine card didn't come out, because I really felt this was a divine win, victor, something about fun. Wow. That judgment wanted to come out, didn't it? These 3 cards, perfect, make sense with this temperance. So you've been developing over time, ripening well, things are aging well. So you don't need to force the river. Back to the first part. Developing over time, the good stuff, finessing, another card of alchemizing, transformation, ripening, aging well. with that judgment that wanted to come out before your awakening. Total transformation because you heeded the call, renewal, surrender, awakening, rebirth, clean slate, fundamental changes, clearing and purging for your win, your victory, your success. Especially with those two there. Win, victory, reputation, success, key experiences, goals, recognition, fame. You deserve an award because of your ambition. You're about to hit big achievements. 31. You're on target. This is really good. Last one. Whoa. You got the Celtic knot. That's good. With the... Stop. So good. Aha moment, discovery, breakthrough, reveal, enlightenment, epiphany, illumination, invention, intellect, unconditional love, legendary, divine union, eternal love, infinity, enduring, endurance, connected, love of a lifetime. Number 24. I'm actually glad that came out and not the... it makes sense with the coffin and the letting it be. It's good. And then, did you see that flip? The things are fluid. Things are evolving. Things are healing. Romance, feeling good. Emotional purging, your mystic energy. Very nice. Okay. I just quickly want to see what your focus is because I just feel you're fighting that earthly, spiritual mind right now. Let's just quickly confirm your focus. Okay. See how this one goes. I normally have like kind of a structure planned out. With this collective, it's like deck by deck, which makes me feel you step by step. You kind of be hopefully really living in the now. Oh God. It's weird. Oh my, this is yesterday's. This is so weird. I don't think this is yesterday's collective, but I do feel there's some messages maybe this collective needs, and maybe yesterday's collective, you do need some messages here. 3D, separation, no contact, but wanting movement. And the bread. These, all four, were out. One more. Ghosted. Okay. This is what activates your koi and your moth. So this collective, you didn't just go into no contact, you were ghosted before your no contact. So some people, you really have a discussion, especially when you go through a separation that neither of you are wanting to go through, but you know needs to be done. It's kind of, you choose to have a no contact period and you have that conversation. I just need some time. I need some space. If this is meant to be, it'll realign. I think it's healthier for us to choose no contact, right? That's coming from a healthy centered place. That's coming from a connection where emotion is freely spoken and you're quite emotionally aware. But then there are emotionally broken people, unfortunately, that maybe struggle with vulnerabilities, that when they're going through something that they feel is falling apart, instead of having that deep conversation with their spouse at the time, they start to detach, they start to do stupid things. When we aren't aware of our emotion, we've all done stupid things when we are trauma bound, right? And this is why I truly believe in those words, forgive and forget. When you can see outside of the box and realize there's not one person in this world that is perfect, that trauma can really affect us all in certain ways. If you are someone that truly believes that, and I truly believe if someone wants to change, they can. They just need to choose to change, because I see it daily. I see people heal, evolve daily. This kind of behavior being presented to someone, of course, in that outlook of like if you were someone, unfortunately, that can resent, that can condemn, more of an unforgiving personality, where this collective, remember, you got this seeing both sides, you're diplomatic, you're this. Maybe in the past it was very hard for you to let go of resentment, because I do feel the way your separation unfortunately happened came from a trauma response kind of way. This person started to feel, and you would have seen the red flags too, but instead of having that deep, vulnerable conversation, I do feel this person kind of, you as a collective would have felt ghosted and just straight into no contact. So as soon as this person walked away from you, even if there was just a conversation that was harsh, or I just don't feel anymore, whatever it is, the way this was done, you definitely don't feel you had closure, right? Another thing I'm hearing, because I've got a few collectives here, the roundabout, it's like you had your separation. It was probably done in a traumatic way anyway, but even if there's been olive branches or messages, it's kind of left on red, no contact, the block in and out. Like I'm hearing a few things, but you would have a repeated pattern with trauma response for communication, right? So it would have started from your separation, and through whatever communication you've had for the universe, higher self, seeing the emotion outside of the box. Unfortunately, this person has still not chosen to evolve in this trauma response, right? Their healing journey is their healing journey. You can't make anyone heal, right? People want to have to change to be able to change, right? So you would have been shown probably a few times, because you got to remember, this collective, you think this is done. This person still is not evolving through this, but that's not your fault. That's not your fault. That's what they need to get through. And again, as a reader, I'm not here to tell you how to feel. I'm here to confirm it. So as we're reading this collective's perspective, your grounded approach, like your earthly approach to spiritual approach, maybe for so long you were seeing it X, Y, and Z, but the way I'm speaking in your inner soul, you understand this. Otherwise, these words wouldn't be coming out. Don't make it fit. But this is, I'm going to be honest, very 3D. But let's confirm them. Perfect! Beautiful! So one, I'm hearing a couple things. So when it comes to this rapid movement forward, please, and I talk about signs all the time, and I feel this collective, you know what I say about signs. When you guys first activate, you think every single sign is about your person. It's like you see them everywhere, right? That's not signs. Signs aren't for you winning the lotto. 888, I'm going to win the lotto. I better go buy a lotto ticket. I'm going to be the most richest person in the world. Oh, this person's coming back. We're getting married. This soul activation is to teach you sovereignty. Everything you need in life comes from within, right? Signs and synchronicities are for you. But until you allocate your signs, and we talk about this all the time, signs are like a riddle. They're for you to direct. Your spirit team shows you them to show you you are not alone. I am here helping you every step of the way. You are not alone. Remember, to the outside world, you guys seem manic. People want to bloody admit you. Toot toot basket. They're trying to support you through this. That's why they show you these things. But anyway, until you allocate signs, it's just a mind mess. I always say, especially if it's someone that you're hoping to return, one sign. Allocate one rare sign that you hardly ever see. Don't allocate a sign you're going to see 20 times a day, because it's not going to relieve the confusion. And you watch when that one sign pops up. It'll be when you need it the most, when you're about to break from that magnetic desire or temptation or hope, whatever it is, that's when that will pop up. But this collective, I feel, especially paired with this, you're starting to realize what your signs really mean. But there is a reason that came out. So I do think there's some people watching that maybe you might still need to allocate a little bit. And not just for this person, for everything, even for readings. I always say, if you as someone, you're prone to watch collectives, I do believe everything that comes to you is for some form of reason, but sometimes that reason is to learn discernment. So me specifically, I always say the reason so long and the deviations and the details, they're those moments where my mind goes boop, 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 that if they're not aligning with you or those things have not just happened, for me personally, not your reading, right? But if you're someone that struggles with discernment, I think for any reading, you should allocate signs to your spirit team, even for collectives, even for personals. If this is for me, I want the reader to pull out this. I want to be able to see an evil eye. I want to see a moonstone. I want to see a purple can. Like, allocate something, right? Signs you need to allocate, especially if you're someone, again, that watches a lot of like collective things, okay? A certain song, or I always say have incense going as well. If that incense is coming towards you, maybe stop and listen. If it's going against you, not for you. I also do suggest watching outside, because certain animals or things that you see, or even, an allocated color car, or I think watching readings in nature are better as well. But again, just my universal truth. But you do have divinely protected over this, which is beautiful. So again, that's when that 3D outlook to spiritual outlook comes over you. Separate. Okay, there is still some frustration here. That's not the best. We did talk about forgiving and forgetting. Okay, I've actually done an actual, it would be further down. I think I did it like last year. I really spoke about my belief on forgiving and forgetting, and how it was a pretty long video, but if that's something, maybe there's a reason I'm bringing it up. You might need to scroll a little bit, but it's there. It's just a single video, or maybe it's two. I don't know, it's one or two. But there is rage here. But healing through the no contact. So it gets kind of... This isn't bad. This isn't bad. It comes on your mind, but you try and have a healed approach and see both sides and find that golden egg. This bottom row is perfect. The only thing a little bit alarming, I do think there's still a little bit of resentment here. But the fact you've got healing through no or maybe you think this person's angry at you, because you've got the coffin and the no, let it be. Maybe that's not your anger. I'm seeing that not today. Hold on a second. Let's just get the outdated thinking. Well, we know that's outdated, but anyway. Oh no. This comes from you not feeling enough. Lack of confidence. And that could be them too. There has been in and out self-sabotage, especially with this not enough. Repetitive cycles. You guys could have been engaged. Or you could have been speaking about this when all of this happened. There was love bombing here, so that doesn't surprise me. But now you think they're self-absorbed, it's one-sided. I think you think that's them. I don't even think you're angry. Because I'm going back to that. If you've got a healing and clearing karma divinely, you're not angry. That's your outlook. You think they're angry, but it's coming from you not feeling enough and them not feeling enough. I feel this person's not the best with emotion. That other deviation. Hold on. What's around this energetic? That's the card I was seeing. That's what I was seeing. So you do think it's them. Not dealing hurt, avoiding this conversation. They're angry. Oh, perfect. Get out of that outlook. You've got to release it. Don't focus on it. Watch the whole thing. Release the fear. You're ascending. You're transcending obstacles. Learning, expansion, new phase. You don't know this. You think this. I think it's coming from their lack of confidence. I don't know how to approach you emotionally. That's their shit to deal with. Keep focusing on your healing. Don't take it personally. Oh, God, literally, with this, have faith, love is coming. With this Cupid's arrow, have faith. There's just hesitation. I wonder why. You've got a chapter. You're meant to expect the unexpected. Prepare for the unexpected. Remember that. Sadness, missing you, thinking about you, unsure of the lack of confidence. Have faith, love is coming. Surprise invitation. or meeting, but there's just hesitation. It's trust. Your plan. Creator's plan, your plan. Trust. You deserve healed, emotionally available, open person, because your work frequencies have to align. If you've been working on your healing, this is why when you guys first activate, people drop off like flies. They don't align with your frequency. We give this example all the time. Even the people you align to, readers, mentors, it's who aligns with you, right? The universe has tried to show you example deviation every time they weren't aligning to you. They hadn't activated their healing journey just yet. You cannot push healing onto anyone. Trust. It's not that they were angry. They didn't have the confidence here. And they're probably very jealous by you. One more. Unconditional. Remember. Forgive and forget. Let go of resentment. Focus on you. Diplomatic energy. Watch the whole thing. Unconditional love. Self-love. Oneness comes first. Passion for yourself. Insane chemistry. Liking each other equally. But you're not meant to think about it. You're meant to be like, it's done. Again, the whole thing. Isn't it funny? That ghoster just went like that and that not today. So they've presented like this. You this poor collective, you're taking this very personally. Okay. Red flag. Wait for the awakening. I always say, especially true divines, you can't have true divine counterparts with one divine person. You both need your activation. Remember that. One more. When it's meant to. Blast from the past, rekindling, nostalgia. And again, you could think that this person saw your awakening as a red flag as well. I find they normally do. They put you in the basket. Okay. Let's see what angels over you quickly. Oh. Angel of Independence. We love that. And the ruler of virtues. Miracles. Miracles on the way. Creator of nothing. Solutions. Reverse hopeless situations. Divine intervention. Number 26. Number 40. Jasper. This says fall. So spring, fall. Because other countries, or something could have happened in fall. There is a way out. This is what they're just... Release. This angel is Sidriel, Sidriel. Pray to him when he's clearly around you. Okay. Who can pronounce these? Like, how could you? I know my camera's like, what the? Adnachiel. Adnachiel. Oh my God. Angel of Independence, freedom, spiritual growth, light power, enhanced advanced third eye gland, wisdom, exploration. I help open the door to freedom in all areas of the life through spiritual enlightenment and discovery of internal truth. Big changes in November. November could be a pivotal month. Bronzite for you. Let's get one more. The beauty of creator. I'm going to say creator. Jophiel, Jophiel. Appreciate your beauty. The oyster, part 1. Follow your bliss, joyful fulfillment, live authentically. Oyster, show the world the real you. Patron of artists, clearly. Anyone that's spiritual. Creator's mind. You got to think our creator is a creative. Look what she created. Well, not even she or he, it's just a beautiful energy. I actually feel my universal truth, our creator, you know, the flower of life, that because we all have a print, we all have an energy, we all have a symbol we're ruled by. I think our creator is that flower of life. That's why 64 is my favorite angel number. 64 circles to create the flower of life. Expand your consciousness by taking time to appreciate beauty and reveal in the lusciousness of all creation, because you are part of it. So appreciate it. Appreciate you. Appreciate your sacred soul, your sacred stardust. It's beautiful. Calcite, 4 to 6 months, very likely. So the next 14 to 30 days, there's big things coming. But this is going to set you up or start really solidifying in the next 4 to 6 months. Remember that part of the reading I said, whatever's closing out this eclipse season, emotionally, physically, it's preparing you for your next couple years ahead. And I always say, people on this divine journey, once you've accelerated on that abundant timeline, you're on it, right? Your decisions might deviate you a little bit and prolong your cycles, but you're on it. Right? So it's like right now, whatever you're going through, see the emotion outside of the box, release it, because they're wanting to prepare you for this cycle, what you're meant to achieve in this cycle. They don't want to prolong it again, right? So you've literally got whatever's been happening from fall, autumn. So it was spring in other countries, or maybe it's fall now for other countries though, isn't it? I'm so bad with that. I'm just going blank. That's clearly important for this collective. November this month is also very, this year is very important. It could even be past cycles, and the next 4 to 6 months, even more important. So see what lessons you had around this time, because that's what they're trying to remove as well through this eclipse season. Very important. Okay. I'm going to get you a surrender card. Then we're going to get tarot for you. I feel setting limits for you and boundaries. Boundaries. I feel a little bit like, yes, I don't, for this collective's energy, I just don't feel it's necessary to tap into this person. You need to kind of just believe in that and let go. You need to release the fear. And if you need to think it's over, you need to think it's over, right? For this collective. It's not the right, there's no need to see what's going on there. You need to think about you. Okay, I will get tarot for what's coming next. But as for love energy, I don't think you need their outlook. And what are you putting off right now? So you need to work on boundaries at the moment and surrender to your procrastination. Procrastination is a sign of avoidance as well. Just saying, what we project, we call in. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of keep putting it off. That shark, the oyster, the dolphin, very important. Take action. Taking action will lead to success and prayer, connection to source, and frustration. I do want to quickly, and I just want to see the universes. I'm just going to get 4 cards here for this love, if they show me. I don't know if they'll show me. Oh, literally trust in your... I knew it. I was about to allocate High Priestess. No, you need to trust. They want you to feel the lesson you're feeling. Watch this part for you, because you got the divine perfect timing. You got the divine card with the angel card, Temperance. You need to surrender. I knew it for this. You don't need to know. You don't need to know. And you got the 14 to 30 day card that just came out again. Believe. Duality, divine timing, perfect timing. Focus on you. Angels are at play. Divine timing. The cosmos are at play. Believe. Or not. That's up to you. All right, let's get tarot. So let's just see your month ahead. I'm not going to go 4 to 6 months. I'm just going to go your month ahead. All right. Oh, one. Okay, so we've got, that came out yesterday too. Page of Swords for you and your growth. This card, and I said it yesterday, it's not about holding on to the things you cannot see. You are clearly all seeing. You are clearly very observant. Remember, he's a little detective. He doesn't miss anything. But when it comes to intellectual growth, this stimulates him. Okay. The next month, focus on you, developing your mind, your crow energy, your dolphin energy. You just got the Ten of Cups. And there's you could, hold on, I need to confirm. Month ahead. Oh my God. You've got something coming in. Lovers with your Ten of Cups. Everyone says Nine of Cups is... You can't have a Ten of Cups without achieving a Nine of Cups. It's your Ten of Cups wishes coming true. Nine of Cups is to get you there. Nine of Cups has to come first. You need self-love. You need emotional fulfillment. You need to learn how to appreciate happiness. Huge part of this first part for this collective. Nine of Cups, you have to go through such a painful cups journey to really get to a point. Those cups sitting behind you, you have now become aware of who you allow at your table. And that comes from emotional fulfillment and self-love, right? And that comes from pain. Phoenix journey. You got a Ten of Cups here with your lovers, right? You have gone through that Cups journey. I'll tell you that right now. So whatever you are over, and that could be an external little spy coming forward too, but whatever externally you're focusing on that you cannot control, release. Focus on you. Again, dolphin energy. And let's go back to this part for you. Prepare for the unexpected. You can't get more unexpected than this. That comes in that unexpected normally to create you've gone through the destruction. Remember your tower row. So what comes after the tower? The rebuild. And this card specifies the rebuild, the change through the damage, right? But it's unforeseen. So I'm seeing that as you're fine. Remember we said you ain't just going to build another stronger tower or home. You're going to build a castle. Just the theme of this reading. I will get one more to confirm that. But Ten of Cups lovers, holy moly. Oh, that's too many. One more. Temperance. So you're going to you've got that 3 times in your reading. So this tower, it's going to be balanced. Balancing oppositions, moderation, tranquility, alchemy. Temperance is about alchemizing. You got that 2 times in your other part. This energy, believe. Believe. Oh, this is good. You got the Fool. Look at all your major arcana. You've got 1, 2, 3. You got 4. You got the new story. In tarot, here's the new story. A new innocence is going to come over you. He's that kind of innocent and childlike. He can just leap into that unknown and not even think about it. But I'm more seeing it as... I'm seeing it as your new story begins. But again, it's reminding me of something unforeseen and unexpected coming from, not that a little bit unforeseen, but you've got to remember the reason our Fool steps in, he leads with blinded faith. He's actually got such a pure little energy. But new start, risk, take a leap of faith, free think. This is beautiful. And then your psychic ability, whatever you've seen psychically, but however this comes in, emotionally centered, very warm-hearted, but a little bit more surface level. Yes, he's our emotional king, but I always say, me personally, I've really allocated him as he's so emotionally aware with surface level things, great with words, right? I love you, I miss you, I this, I that. Deep vulnerability, clams up a little bit, right? But his charisma and his warm-hearted approach makes him seem quite open emotionally. So I do think, and I will see what confirms this, I do think he's also very psychic. All of our page, knight, queen, and king, they've got these psychic abilities within. I do think there's something here that psychically you've seen will come through within the next month. Do I think this next month is to solidify? Now that I'm seeing this, maybe a little bit not. This has, I think this next month ahead could be something to start strengthening a foundation in your life. But just how much I deviated about the innocence, and he is a little bit foolish in love. I think it's preparing you for your new story. But this is coming to my mind. And I think the right collective, you've heard me say this. You can't go from a Tower to a Ten of Cups. It's impossible. That's a Page of Cups approach. It's a naive approach. You can't just go from complete destruction to thinking one form of communication is going to strengthen a Ten of Cups foundation. It doesn't work like that. It makes sense here for this collective, especially with this temperance over this. It cannot be rushed. And this person may present a little bit, because I'm seeing this as external return, right? Especially with this Ten of Cups and this Lovers. They might present a little bit more emotionally open because you're so used to the no contact. But are they really? Are we talking deep? Are we fixing foundation? Are we building trust? Or are we just blind words? Validation, flattery. Right, collective, that'll make sense. You're preparing something big for the 4 to 6 months. I'm not going to lie, beautiful cards here. This isn't, but just intuitively, now I'm feeling lesson. Your heart's going to be activated. Remember, this is a card of decisions as well. Do we decide with the heart or do we decide with the mind? And you guys, that's your energy right now. You're fighting your heart. You're fighting your spiritual mind with your earthly mind. So, of course, that would tie into the lesson that comes next. In this deck, this is a card of harmony and reconciliation, especially with this 10 cups. But now I'm seeing this, just intuitively. I just think this next month it's more be aware. But beautiful. And that's confirming it's you because they're activating your Empress. So this page, that's you. And we could have a mother creeping in, just side note, who cares? But just the theme of this, you need to develop and put that internally towards you instead of externally right now. But fertility could be on the cards for you coming up as well. Not within the next month, but you did get to about 2 or 1, birth of a... Oh, wow. Even remember the deviation. Remember that you cannot go from a Tower to a... You can't go from a 10 of Swords to a 10 of Cups. Even better, I should have said that. Lovers, this is part of your soul contract. Take it slow. Otherwise, you're seeing this Page of Cups. Naive. Cloud of judgment. You cannot rush a broken foundation. You cannot rebuild a castle with lack of trust. This, do not be blinded by flattery and words. Difference with flattery and honesty. If you've had this, that is some deep, deep vulnerability and honest communication that needs to come, right? Yes, we've got a transition coming through the pain to like that 10 of Swords to 10, like come on. With the Lovers, but more confirming the deviation. You can't go from what's been done to just fixing everything overnight. It's not how it works. Takes time, consistency, dependability to see that you can rely and trust on one another. Okay, so this, they are going to come in healed. They are going to come in wanting to reconcile the past, but also don't rush. You need to go within. You need to maybe choose silence, really refocus on all of the spiritual transformation you've had through this. But with Temperance and this 4 of Swords over this Tower, I think this has caused a lot of mind ache for you both. But I do think this person's coming in with more of a healed outlook on things, which also may blind you. I think you're going to see a different version, and that's why it's going to be hard for you to really have discernment with their approach. But you might need to meditate, healing, silence, thinking. Okay, higher level of consciousness, come from a higher perspective with this whole situation, especially with temper. Does this make you feel tranquil? Does this, and even there's so many, this is literally just turned to love because of that row. I don't want to, sorry, we're talking crazy. Okay, let's just take this person out of it right now, right? You've gone through so much. You have had to heal so much. You've had to reconcile so much to rebuild your own castle. You have had to find your temperance energy. You've had to moderate. You've had to learn patience. You've had to work on impulse, right? You've had to learn to alchemize. And the only way you learned to alchemize and transmute was to feel pain, right? Remember what you've been through. This reading is not just about this. You need to improve. I don't want to say improve. There's things you need to start learning more for you, right? That oyster that showed the world the real you. You have to believe in your Empress energy, right? There is something so powerful within you that sometimes your fear takes you out of stillness. We need to work on that. Side note, deviation. There could be a maternal figure, unfortunately, that has been a little bit, but this is what's around you within the next month ahead, right? So that might be revealed. Yes, we have this lover's energy coming through, and it's funny, everything that happens for a reason. I completely started deviating this reading about love. That would be this collective's mind. Don't let it consume you, right? As a reader, we pick up your energy. Don't let love consume you. This needs to be focused on you. Mind development for you, right? Remember what you've been through. Remember how long it's really taken you to reconcile that version of your past self. Always accept your past version because it's made you who you are, but you've had to go through a lot, and a lot of mind ache and struggle through this tower. Just remember that. Remember your emotion matters. This new beginning, you're ready. You can see it. You're that end. You're starting a new cycle, this person or not. Don't be foolish when it comes to love, especially how I just got consumed because of that one row. Don't let it, right? Another thing, side note, take this person out of it and how they're going to approach you emotionally. Remember you, remember your strength, and you could have someone else around you, King of Cups energy. Don't be blinded. You might have a love test coming, right? It could be a sibling. It could be something here that you're going to be presented this kind of energy around you as well. A big message for this, and not just in love. Don't fall short to validation. Don't fall short to flattery. Remember, you are something special, not because people say you are. You've been through too much to be blinded by words. Just remember that, right? See action. Fool. Wheel of Fortune. Trust. This month ahead. And that was your first card that wanted to pop out before. This is fate. Fool, Empress, Lovers. What else is there? Temperance. Like this is all up above. Major Arcana, pivotal. Like this next month, truly coming from something up there to do with your contract in life. The universe is guiding you through this. So believe. It's meant to happen. But luck is on your side. Expansion, change, destiny, opportunity, winning, finally turn of events, finally through your new cycle. You feel like that wheel's really turning for you. Beautiful. King of Cups. Okay, it could be a friendship too. Three of Cups, you could meet a friendship, or there could be a friendship here. Sun! And that's also a card of you. This is really good. I'm not even going to say anything negative about that, actually. You got the sun over this. It could be a new friendship. You could meet someone at a gathering or an event. Whatever it is, it's got infinite potential. It's meant to illuminate and put some excitement in your life. But again, I'm still going to stick to make sure this person's... Or maybe they do spiritually align to you, but they lack a little bit of vulnerability. But this could be something to do. And then you've got justice at the bottom. Huge month ahead. Okay, this is really nice. And let's just quickly, if it is this person, date for a little bit. Don't just rush and, oh, we're back together. Date for a little bit. Wait till that emotion starts to come out on a deeper, profound level. All right? I'm hearing a few. Wow, that was good. Today's collective and yesterday's collective, I'm feeling so much like very beautiful. Very, very, everyone here is beautiful, but a lot of actual self-focus, which we love. All right. Very nice. Let's get you some charmies. Oh, the lapis lazuli, ancient Egypt. You could have just bought a lapis lazuli, but that's about that's my communication charm. Wow, there's a lot here. The little avocado. You could have just ate an avocado. You could eat whole foods. You could be a vegan. Cats, you could have just bought a little cat. Another ancient Egypt charm for me. You could have a black cat. I always see my little black Salem when I see this charm. Or a little stray cat. You could have just seen a stray cat. Or especially that... Holy moly, I just realised you got the crescent moon and that's the horseshoe, right? But it looked like two... Lucky's on your side. Horseshoes, they could be important. But it looked like two crescent moons. Maybe you're both born on a crescent moon, or maybe it's the starts from this crescent moon cycle to the next crescent moon cycle, just with how similar they look. That came to my mind. So Lucky's on your side in this next moon cycle, and I feel the right collective. It starts on the crescent moon. Like that's when this next month ahead. Is it the crescent moon tonight? I'm pretty sure we're close to it because the new moon solar eclipse is on the 21st, is it not? We're the 17th here in Australia. That's important, the crescent moon. They go in phases out. Could be kind of just whenever that really thin crescent moon is. It'll probably be on like the 19th. The reason I said that, 17 and 19, just be on top of it. Black and white animals. You could have shared a black and white animal. Candle wax, maybe you read, maybe that's something you need to start learning as well, scrying. I always say true connected people, you all have an avenue that your downloads channels come from. Scrying, scribing, black mirroring, like there's things where you start to where the channel comes, right? You've got to learn and connect to what that is. It's not just flipping. These are all tools for our mind, right? For our mind's development. Maybe scrying is what you're so staring into blank objects, like crystal balls, candle flames, bowls of like water, clear bowls. See where you start to daydream, right? Because that's how it starts. It starts as overthinking when your mind just goes da, 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 da. But here in the 3D it's labeled as maladaptive daydreaming and this and that. If you've just activated and you've gone out of dormancy, watch the whole thing. It starts with you archiving, right? And this is why you guys think all the energy you're reading is you're emotional, because your brain is resonating the energy you're feeling to your story. You walk into a coffee shop and you start craving love and you feel down. Someone's just gone through a heartbreak. Wherever your mind is starting to go as soon as you're around people, you're reading energy, but you haven't learnt that about yourself because you're coming out of dormancy. And yesterday, I said, this is why you guys need to do intuition tests daily to improve your imagery. So you break free from the confines of archiving. When you guys first start reading out of dormancy, you sit behind your tarot and you think you're reading yourself, right? And this is why a lot of you guys are you hold back your craft because you just think you're crazy. You're constantly reading yourself. And this is why energetically I say, do not read yourself. You're never going to improve your energy. You are reading the energy around you, even if that energy is not in the same room. Once you've activated, perfect example, people online, we can read you all around the world just by pressing record, right? Because you're energetically tied to us. This is also why I say, especially on my YouTube, not so much here, and this isn't a bloody, like and comment, but when you guys do that and interact with us, and not just me, and this is not just a, like and comment to claim. I think that's absolute rubbish. But the more you interact with your reader, the more they're going to access your energy if they know it or not. If they know it or not, right? Sorry, this all has this collective, for you to get out of your overthinking mind, because part of it is really developing your craft, your oyster, your spirit, all of that stuff. But you guys, it takes years for you to stop reading yourself, which it's not really. You're just picking up the energy that the collective needs to resonate. So you have to live it as if it's your own. And that's why you guys have had so much trauma from childhood, because you're meant to resonate with so many people and heal so many people. Anyway, you need to practice your imagery. It takes years for you guys to truly learn that what you're seeing here does not mean you're reading yourself. Okay? Daily intuition tests, images, improve your imagery. That was the whole point of that. But anyway. Trust in the divine. Rollerblading, adventure, have some excitement. A lot of initials today. Okay, N, J, P, I, V, B, N, H, W, and E. Okay. And then the hums of hands. You are, and the divine heart came out. Hums of hands. You are protected. All right, guys. 6 by itself. 14th of the 3rd, 19th of the 3rd, 3-3, 3-3-3. 16th of the 3rd, 18th of the 3rd. 19's important, the 19th. 15th of the 9th. 69, very good angel number, 20 number. But 6 and 9 reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune, good and bad karma. 20th of the 5th, 5-5. So you could be seeing 5-5-5, 3-3-3. 5th of the 4th, 4th of the 5th, 20th of the 4th, 15th of the 4th, 9th of the 4th. All right, my loves. I love you all. And have a beautiful, magical, fulfilling day.